Hey guys, welcome back to the Cult Classic Kids Show, and today we are talking about The Last of Us Part 1 Remake. Now, some people are super excited for it, some people are like okay with this, and then some people are just like, why does this even exist? For me, I'm kind of falling in the middle. I mean, there's some positives here. One, the game is definitely a great visual upgrade from the original. It's gonna run at 60 FPS off the bat, which is cool. The only Last of Us uh part 1 that did run at 60 was the remaster of it, which was really cool. It's why I did end up picking it up back in the day. I think it was like for $50 or whatever. And then the other two things is the fact that the game itself is going to have the gameplay of The Last of Us Part 2, which is really good. The gameplay overall is pretty sound in that game. But another big plus for me personally is that the dialogue, the voice acting will remain the same from the original game. So there's no added bullshit that, at least I think, that's going to be in The Last of Us Part 1 remake. That's a plus, hopefully, unless they add other voice actors and then fuck shit up. But hopefully it's a shot for shot remake of the original game. But comes the negatives. Now, my first negative is that Joel looks too fucking old. He looks like a decrepit old fuck. I don't I don't like that. Joel was like this handsome middle-aged dude that was pretty stern and he looked tough in the original game. In The Last of Us Part 2, he looked like the opposite of that, and in this he looks just as old in the remake of The Last of Us Part 1. I really don't like that. Joel is supposed to be kind of the character that goes to the very brink of going bad in order to carry out what he needs to carry out. He has to be able to look like tough to carry that out properly. If he looks like a decrepit old bastard, I mean, like, I would undermine him. In the remake, I undermine Joel as a character because he looks too fucking old. Now, another thing is The Last of Us Part 1 is $70, but will not feature the actual other half of the game, which is factions. Now, anybody who's been playing on the PlayStation since essentially shortly after the launch of the PS4 knows that Sony has not released games that have multiplayer. They rarely ever do. It is so rare, and Naughty Dog is like the only ones that in Killzone Shadowfall. Now, I pay for PS Plus. The reason why is to alleviate this paywall because I just want to be able to game freely on my console without limitations. The problem is that Sony implemented this bullshit paywall that shouldn't exist in the first place and doesn't provide gameplay that utilizes the fact that you destroyed the paywall. People want The Last of Us factions. They want it desperately. And I was watching something today and this dude said, well, the only people that really have the right to complain are those who are still playing factions on the remaster or even on the PS3. And I say that's bullshit. To me, that's bullshit. Why should I continue playing a game that the developers do not support? They do not support factions with new content. They have not kept up the game. That's complete, utter bullshit to me. We were supposed to have gotten the Factions Part 2 in The Last of Us Part 2. But they ripped that out, and they kept The Last of Us Part 2 full price despite ripping out half of the game. And if you look at my gameplay for The Last of Us Remaster, you'd see that I've played it for a very long time. You know why I played that game for many, many hours? It is because I fucking played the multiplayer with my friends. Now, if the multiplayer is no longer supported, then why should I continue playing it? What obligation do I have? Yes, I came back to it here and there because I wanted to do that, but I wanted something fresh and that was supported by the developers themselves instead of forgotten about. Now, I know that we're going to get Factions 2 sometime in the future, but we've been waiting since The Last of Us Part 2 came out. To me, this is terrible. We're gonna pay $70 for The Last of Us Part 1 Remake. No, I'm good. I'm not paying $70. If anything, I think I'll just wait till it comes to PC. And that's another positive, that it is coming to PC. So that's another Sony exclusive that is going to go to another platform, which to me, I support. But I will not be paying $70 for this game. I'll probably go on CD Keys or the many other sites that PC has, or I'll just wait for a sale for the PlayStation version. Or shit, if someone gives it to me, then cool. But I do not want to pay $70 for a game that's missing half of its content. The very content that I played more than the content that will be coming with this release. And so I really don't think that people should argue with this. I mean, you could say, well, I'm cool with it. I'm going to get it anyway. That's cool. I support you. I hope you enjoy the game. But me, I'm not going to enjoy it as much as I would have if I had factions there. That's just how I feel about it. So don't try and discredit my opinion and say I shouldn't have an opinion unless I've been playing factions still on the fucking remaster. That's bullshit. I just think that is a terrible take, and these Sony ponies need to fucking chill. That's all I gotta say about that. So guys, what do you think about The Last of Us Part 1? Did you like the trailer? Are you hyped for the game? Do you think this is bullshit? Do you wish you had factions? I want multiplayer so fucking bad. I want something for PlayStation. Give me a fucking Killzone. Give me factions. Give me something. Give me fucking something. And don't fucking try and rip me off with it too. Because we know you're obsessed. Now, you're becoming completely obsessed with the whole live service model. At least make it worth a fuck. Instead of trying to fuck me. How about that? Thank you. Anyways, guys, that's all I gotta say about that. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I got Twitch going, so you can follow me over on Twitch, where I like to play a variety of games. If you want to talk to me on Twitter, hit me up on Twitter, Cult Classic Cage for both of those. And with all that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.